Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me. I wasn't actually planning on doing a recording today, but last time on video I said I no longer receive information and connection while I'm in the shower. So obviously Spirit would naturally start coming to me in the shower again, which obviously is an appreciated opportunity. So Kryon came forward and asked me for help. And obviously, I'm going to respond to that. And I was given a guided meditation with the intention of offering collective relief or release. So I actually just did this on my own. And I wanted to do the recording while the results were still fresh in my mind. So if you've got about 20 and 25 minutes, not quite sure the exact duration yet, but if you've got some time, I would like you to join me in this collective guided meditation. If not, if you are divided right now, please stop watching and come back later. I just ask if you do this meditation with me that you give it everything you've got, that you show up with, your heart on your sleeve, ready to be of service and provide the changes that are needed. I think our brothers and sisters on this planet deserve that much from us. So before we begin, something that really stood out to me while doing this meditation is that I was guided to use mudras, which is something I never do. I never really am paying attention to my hands while I'm in meditation. Sometimes in a deep trance, I'll wake up and naturally my hands will have found a comfortable position to rest in. But we're going to be using our hands. And the hand movement is going to be based on where we are at a certain point in the meditation. So I'm going to show you just real quick the hand positions that we'll be using. And yeah, they are really important. So I know a lot of you guys like to close your eyes during meditation. So if you can just listen for me to say switch, that will be the indicator to you to switch hand positions. And if you need to open your eyes and take a peek at what my hands are doing, feel free to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to show you now. So, at the beginning of the meditation, we're going to start with our hands like this. The classic meditation position. And then we are going to slowly, as the meditation goes on, shift our hands into different positions. But what was made clear to me is that it's really important what hand is doing what position. So the hands are going to be in different positions through this meditation, and you need to make sure that the left hand is doing certain things and the right hand is doing certain things. So we're beginning here. We are going to shift to a balled fist and an open palm. Open palm on the left hand, balled fist on the right hand. So what we've got represented here is old versus new, light versus dark. We have an old energy that is kind of running rampant, and we have the light that is going to stop it in its tracks and get it to reevaluate its pursuit. So from here, we are going to open the bottom of our fist. So we're still in a fist, but we've opened up our hands and we've released some of that pressure. And then from that point, we are going to shift our hands into being locked together with the pinky together and the thumb together like that. So you can close it up like this. You can keep it out and open. Doesn't really matter. Then from this point, we are going to go both hands completely interlocked and entwined as if they are in unity or coherence with each other. And at the conclusion of this meditation, we are going to do a heavy deep breath. Then we are going to open our palms and allow them to rest, palms facing up. And it's going to be a neat little feeling in your hands. The blood will start pumping back in and they'll feel tingly, and you're just overall going to feel lighter, almost as if you're rising if you do it right. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to visually lead the meditation and do your best to follow along, and I will lead you. Get comfortable. Before we put our hands together, we just want to clear our energy, still our mind, take a few breaths to calm ourselves. So right now there is a bubble of pure light in your heart space, and we are going to use our intent to expand this bubble, and we're going to go person by person, neighborhood by neighborhood, city by city, through peaks and valley until eventually this light, this bubble has created and completely encased the world in a cocoon of light. So let's go ahead and begin. Deep breath and bring our hands together. Focus on the hands, focus on the meeting point between the hands. Feel the energy there, feel the pressure there. Now we're going to take another deep breath, and on exhaling this breath, we are going to see that bubble of light expand beyond our body, expand beyond our home, passing through our neighborhood, passing through our town, our city. And if you've ever seen a nuclear explosion, you will see a shock wave or a barrier of high density energy passing through the environment. So we're doing the exact same thing visually, but we're seeing light instead. And as this bubble expands into the atmosphere, crossing the continents, touching different countries, touching every peak and valley on Gaia, exciting every molecule of water, embedding itself in the root systems of the earth. This bubble has almost expanded to its capacity. We will now shift our hands into the next position, and as this position is locked in, this bubble of light will have fully encased the earth, pausing duality, and shift. So what's happening now is every soul that is participating in this experience has taken notice that they've been touched by the light or energetically in some way. However they perceive that experience, it forced them to stop and pay attention, to look around. See our efforts in this now moment, grabbing humanity's attention. Not one soul lays beyond the reach of this energy bubble that we've created. And shift hands. At first, the collective will attempt to ignore this energy, and they are quickly realizing that they can no longer proceed forward as they were. I want you to feel the resistance in the palm and the pressure that's being generated by the dark. The collective has now realized that it must pause, and it must hear the light, it must feel the light. Shift hands. A few deep breaths. Make sure everybody's listening. What the collective is about to experience will bring them to joy, will bring them to a state of love and appreciation that they had never thought they would experience. Suddenly, those whose attention we've grabbed start to notice some things. If they were hungry, they are now full and satisfied. If they were tired and weary, they now feel energized. If they were sick, they feel what it was like to be healthy. If they were considering or were in the act of wronging somebody, they slow down and reconsider their efforts. Those who are angry don't often know why. In this now moment, we offer them the opportunity to experience peace, to see beyond the frustrations of everyday life. To those who have experienced trauma, unfortunate circumstances, or have been wronged, we offer them the opportunity to release those energies and see above them. every single soul that is participating in this experience is being presented with a release of energy and the fresh start that they've always prayed for. Shift hands. Most important intentions we're setting right now is that everybody whose attention that we have captured remembers who they are, remembers why they came, remembers why their soul chose to experience this incarnation. We see our brothers and sisters, and we no longer see foes, enemies, or opposition, competition for resources. All of those survival-based illusions have made way for the truth and for the light to be shown in this now moment. Shift hands. We are now embracing humanity with love, all the love that they need. Hugging the collective as if they are a family member who has gone missing, who we never thought we would see again. All of the family here will see this opportunity as a way to pause the game that we're playing just for a moment. Remember why we all came. We're going to take a really deep breath. I want you to clench your hands together. Create as much pressure as you can while staying comfortable. We're going to hold this position just a moment longer. So we're going to take a deep breath together, and on the release of this breath, we will unclench our hands, rest our palms facing up on our lap. And as we release this breath, we will be clearing and removing all pressure, all density, all resistance. And every soul incarnated on earth will have a fresh perspective, a new start, and a new purpose that they're being driven toward. I want you to see humanity. I want you to see the joy of remembrance. People who were once enemies suddenly remember and embrace each other. We will now take a breath, re-engage in our consciousness, and awaken. But even though we do so, the bubble of light will remain. Okay, come on back. Thank you very much for participating. Like I said, the people here deserve our best effort, and they deserve us showing up and giving it everything we've got. Even if they don't see the work being done and they don't have a reference to be able to appreciate the results, it's still important that we show up and make sure that things get done here and that they get done in an appropriate amount of time. Spirit will do all that they can do, but this groundwork is up to us, and that's why we're here. So thank you very much again, and I'll see you soon.